It doesn't happen during the big fights. It happens over a cookie, or a lost shoe, or turning off the TV. You say a simple no, and suddenly, I hate you. Not always a scream, sometimes a whisper, sometimes a weapon thrown as they run away, and you just stand there, stunned, heart racing, thinking, I do everything for you. How did we get here?
Picture the moment. You were reasonable, you were calm, but their face crumbles, their shoulders tense up, the tears start, and then the words come out. It's not about the cookie. It's because in that split second, their world feels too big to control. They don't think mom is setting a boundary. They feel, I am drowning, I am powerless, and their brain pulls the emergency brake.
Sometimes it's not rage. It's 8 p.m. You remind them to brush their teeth, and you hear it softly. I hate you. That's not hatred. That's a nervous system running on empty. That is a child who is overstimulated, exhausted, and completely out of words. They aren't attacking you. They are signaling that they have nothing left to give. To a child, big feelings feel like danger. Disappointment feels like a physical pain. Shame feels like being erased. They don't have the vocabulary to say, I feel unsafe in my own body right now. So they grab the heaviest, hardest word they know, hate. They don't mean it. They use it like a panic button. It's not a calculated insult. It's a cry for help disguised as an attack. This hurts because it usually happens when you're trying your hardest, when you've been patient, when you've explained things gently. You feel betrayed. But here is the secret that changes everything. Children save their worst behavior for their safest person. They don't scream at the cashier. They don't scream at the teacher. They scream at the one person they know won't leave. It's a twisted form of trust. Later that night, the storm passes. They come back to the living room. They sit a little too close. They ask, "Can I have some water?" They don't say sorry, but their body does. That is the guilt washing over them. That is a child realizing they lost the wheel. If you see this moment, you know the hate was never real. It was just the noise of the crash. How to respond? The anchor. In that moment, you have a choice. If you yell back, you become the storm too. If you walk away, the safety net breaks. You aren't allowing the disrespect. You are just waiting for the fire to go out before you talk about the smoke. You take a breath. You lower your voice. You say, I hear how big your feelings are. I won't answer to those words, but I am staying right here. They are the waves. You are the shore. If the shore holds, the waves eventually settle. The long-term shift. If you hold that line, months later, the script changes. Instead of, I hate you, you hear, I'm so mad at you. This is unfair. That isn't backtalk. That is emotional evolution. That is a child learning to name the fire instead of burning the house down, because you taught them they could survive the heat. The bottom line, if your child has said, I hate you, it doesn't mean you are failing. It doesn't mean you are raising a monster. It means your child felt safe enough to break down in front of you. And that is not weakness. That is the deepest kind of connection. Parenting isn't about stopping the storm. It's about holding the umbrella until they can hold it themselves.
And one day, when they are grown, they won't remember the fight over the cookie. They will remember this, that even when they were at their worst, you loved them anyway.
If this hit home, save it for the hard days. If you know a parent walking this road, share it so they don't feel alone. And follow Kid Mood Map. Because we aren't raising robots. We're raising humans.